We are back, and we continue to keep an eye on the developments in Ukraine. Kyiv is where we're going to head next, with American troops landing in Europe and Russian troops rolling into Ukraine. One veteran already focused on getting Americans out of Ukraine as all of this unfolds. Afghanistan veteran Bryan Stern, co-founder of Project Dynamo. The idea is to rescue Americans left behind in Afghanistan, but now he's in Kyiv doing the same thing, bringing Americans home. And he joins us now live from Kyiv. Bryan, let's start with what it's like there right now. What is the mood like?
Yeah, thanks for having us. The mood is interesting. The most notable piece is that it has definitely changed the last day. Things have changed. The war has started. The invasion, the idea that Russia has invaded Ukraine again is now a matter of historical fact. Right. So that changes the dynamic on the ground significantly.
So has it changed the urgency, Bryan? I mean, to your mission, has there been a change in people wanting to get out since yesterday even?
We've definitely noticed an uptick in communication. Really what's driving everything is the inability to leave. Each of the air carriers are losing each of the airlines are losing their insurance carriers. So flights are becoming harder and harder. That leads to people driving to places like Poland, which creates log jams and overwhelming border control points. So it's starting to look like Kabul in August, where things are, the mechanisms to leave are falling apart one by one at a time.
How is what you're doing now there different than what you were doing in Afghanistan? Because I'm sure there are many different challenges.
Completely different. Obviously, the common denominator is Americans stuck. We have a closed embassy here. We have a lot of Ukrainian Americans that live here. Approximately 50,000 live in Ukraine at any given time. So it is sizable. The biggest difference for us is that Project Dynamo was founded in the shadow of the Afghanistan evacuation that was already ongoing. This situation allowed us to plan and prepare and start to build the human and physical infrastructure needed to do rescue operations before the conflict, if you will.
Right. So at least here, you don't have the Taliban trying to overrun the airport. I'm sure that's a big difference as well. But how many Americans are there right now, Bryan? And how do you get them out if there are so many issues with the airlines?
We don't know how many are here. I don't know, but we know that there's plenty. And getting them out, that's the science, that's the art. It's a cerebral exercise in logistics and law and all kinds of other things. We only move people safely and legally, so we don't violate the law of any sovereign country ever. So understanding how to do these things within the confines of a crisis is hard. It is very difficult. It's not easy. In this circumstance, we fully expect the Russian cyber capability to have a significant adverse impact on our operations. Cell phones will go, power will go, et cetera. If Vladimir Putin makes it uncomfortable for everybody.
Yeah. Do you work in conjunction with the State Department? How do people find you, Bryan?
Best way to find us is projectdynamo.org. Two very important buttons on there is one is the evacuation request form. That's how you ask us for help. And the other button is the donate now button. We are donor funded. We're all volunteers. No one gets a salary, including myself. So every dollar that you donate goes to rescuing an American or preparing to rescue an American from Afghanistan or Ukraine. So we need your help. These things are very expensive. Planes cost money, pilots cost money, buses cost money, safe houses cost money. And we think that very soon we're going to be nose to nose with the Red Army. And that's going to be a much different problem set than what we've dealt with the Taliban in Afghanistan.
So you think that's coming, Bryan? I mean, I was going to ask you if Ukrainians think Putin's coming. You just said you think they are.
Well, the reality is Putin's crossed the border. So he's operating with impunity in Ukraine as we speak. The question is as to what extent and how far.
You think he's coming to Kyiv?
I don't know. We have this debate. This is the talk of the town. This is the topic of every conversation. And there's a lot of opinions. And the reality is there's one man and one man only that knows the answer to that question. And so that's Vladimir Putin himself. I would say that he seems to be unhinged and then if he wants it, he's coming. We're a 2-hour car ride from the border in Belarus,
Right.
which is a 45-minute flight time in an Mi-24 Hind gunship. So no kidding, in 40 minutes, there could be rockets raining down on here from helicopters with impunity.
Wow. All right, Project Dynamo founder Bryan Stern, we appreciate you joining us from Kyiv tonight. Thank you very much. Stay safe.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.